Yes, I've had this conversation with people, and because I've had people just straight up bash the things I was doing. People that and that's why you really got to watch the people you spend your time with. Because I've had fairly close people look at me and like think I'm crazy for the things I do, the events I go to, the amounts I pay. And okay, so 10 grand. What is 10 grand if the one idea, or like this event, whatever the amount I paid for this event, subcontracting, like I can literally see how it could be a $1 million deal this year.
This year, in the next 6 months.
What is 10 grand? Or even if it's only 500 grand. What's 10 grand? What's 30 grand? What's 100 grand if the number's big enough of the upside?
Right. It's because the people are focused on
right now
on the cost instead of what the opportunity is.
Yeah. What was I don't know who said it, but one of the guys said short step, long vision.
Yeah.
You know, look at it's what's down the road. It's not about what these little things that are happening. You know, those are the little things that'll make you get there. But, you know, it's not about like, oh, yeah, I had to have this kind of uncomfortable thing I paid for now to have the long vision of the badass stuff I've got in the future.
Yeah, no, I love that. Where are you headed next? I know that you're doing this stuff here in Springfield. What are you looking to do next in the lawn care, the landscaping business?
It got pushed back because of some crazy, like probably a day right now because of some stuff that's going on with my wife's business.
I got a pushback and it's a day, but
okay,
most people are like, oh, I've been pushing my goals back for a year, 2 years, 3 years. So like, you get it okay with the day, dude.
But you know, we've already got the business licenses in place. We are opening and technically reopening. I've already failed technically at this once, but now I'm approaching it with a much better outlook on everything. And we are opening another division in Southwest Florida, Cape Coral, exactly right next to Fort Myers. That, if you don't know that well, everybody usually knows where Fort Myers is. And that's going to be a heavy focus of rolling up contractors I can work with to sub out larger projects, and then focusing like in-house on maintenance and some really, really high margin stuff like landscape lighting, or stuff that we can just kill it from Naples all the way up to the area we're at. The growth ability there is, and Oliver, I think I told you this while I was down there, probably 400 times because I repeat myself, but I had the same thing happen in my business that happened in my job. And I'm not near, I'm still several years from the limit, but I was several years from the limit at my job, and it's already gave me anxiety. It's made me feel like this isn't good enough because I know the end. I need to go somewhere where the end is much further down the road. And so that's why we're making this move. We've done really well here. We're going to continue to do really well here. I've got the best team we've ever had. This is going to act like the call center for every new location we ever make. But we're going to expand into a market where the growth cap is so high that it would be hard to get there.
Got it. So just to add some more clarity to that. So you're saying that you felt constricted in Springfield,
yes,
Illinois, right? So because of that, you're opening this other location in Florida, which I think is an amazing move because I know the potential and the growth and that's already happening there. And you're just like, you're going where the opportunity is. Like, you're not waiting for the opportunity to come to you or saying like, I want to be home, we're close to home. Like, you're going to the opportunity, and the opportunity is in Florida with the amount of people that are moving down there. Yeah, that's going to be massive. Okay. So what is operations going to look like down there? How are you getting this thing off the ground? Because that's like my first question.
Getting it off the ground, this is just super basic. It's going to be, I go down there, I buy a new truck to pull the trailer that I'm using to haul stuff down, and we've got the equipment. My dad, like I said, he's a workaholic. We're not going to have a ton of stuff starting off. I'm going to be helping operations up here, doing design and estimating still a little bit, or some of the sales. And then I'm going to be working on building up the book of reputable contractors and the book of work I have down there. So it's going to be a lot of networking. My dad is going to act, and he's going to, while he can sustain it and it's a short route, he's going to start the maintenance services because pool maintenance will be one, and mowing will definitely be the other one that my dad will heavily be involved in. The goal is in within a month's time, need an actual employee to help him. And that's the slow play of, if I just go down there and I just idle into it. The people that were mowing my lawn while I was, because I had to have someone mow my lawn because I rented the house a month and a half ago. So I've known this company because I was down there before. And when I canceled service, I said, hey, have the owner call me back. I'd like to ask about potentially buying his company. I've already talked to one of the owners of it's not a huge company, nothing like what we have up here, but I'm already talking about acquisition down there as well, since we did a little bit last year.
Love that. Love that. Have they talked numbers or anything with you?
No numbers. The second that he said, like I was talking about, I get to bottom line really quick, in the conversation. I want to know, here's where I'm going to base the value of this off of, is the bottom line. And I feel like as a business owner, you should, even if you don't know the exact bottom line, you should at least have an idea of last year's bottom line. And it always concerns me when someone doesn't have a rough idea of that. And then right after that, when they say, well, it's all about the volume. So I've had a couple things that I've already assumed about this company that are real big pain points that I know would either make it where we don't buy it, or we buy it for like rock bottom dollar.
Be interesting to see what shakes out from there. Your dad's coming down there with you, and he's gonna be the boots on the ground, actually executing in the beginning while you're getting all the
for the first several weeks. Yep.
And then how are you gonna market? Like, how are you gonna do any of that stuff, like advertising and all that? How are you gonna get known?
So I'm going back to an area where I've already got 300 leads in our system from. Okay. Now before I've even went down there, I've started networking with realtors in the area and people that I'm just wanting to connect with, because I got a lot more goals besides lawn and landscape, but also that networking is going to help our growth. We also are going to really we're doing a big push up here with Every Door Direct, and we're going to start a new one down there too. And we've always been super, super heavy, like SEO web presence. And we just this year started doing what we've been talking about with subs, farming out all of our marketing to someone that's doing a much better job than us, and doing very laser targeted AdWords and Facebook campaigns towards certain services in like a tight area. So those are going to be some of our original, or our starting focuses, along with door hangers. It'll roll from there into acquisition.
I got two questions. So I wanted to ask you from before, when you were talking about your email list, how big is your list?
So my email list for Florida is only like 300 people.
But how big is it in Springfield?
5,000 or
Good.
6,000 people.
Great.
It's dramatically grown. And then, so here's another thing we're going to do down in Florida. And we do this just as a list builder. Every year in Illinois, we give away 1 free year of lawn care. And we know that there's going to be some stipulations on that. Like, it's not going to be a 10-acre property or anything. It's going to be a small yard. That's ideal. The amount of leads when we let that run for like a month and a half that we pull in off of a giveaway like that, we've really realized, instead of like the discounts that everybody's so excited with offering, the power of like small giveaways in comparison to the amount we have in ad spend, the leads and names it drives in the system is crazy. So that's another big focus we've got going on.
So let's look into that. So you do a giveaway for the whole season? You're cutting their grass for the whole season?
Yeah. So, and that's why it's such a big deal, because maybe somebody's doing that. I mean, for us, it's $1,000 value for for the person we're picking that on. It's like $1,000 to $1,200 value, and to be known as the company that does something like that, and the excitement it raises. Like, we're just all about creating noise. That's all we're trying to do is be really noisy and be doing a lot of different stuff.
Wow, that's cool. You got some ideas like sparking in my head. That's really cool.
Well, I mean, it's like just look at
do you attract the wrong customer or client when you do that though? Because now all they want is free.
I've thought about that a little bit, but overall the goal has been, I just want more names. It's $1,200. It makes names fly in the door. And even if they don't fly in the door, people see that we do that. So it's something on Facebook that's happening for a month and a half, that people are actively seeing this thing, that when you say that you're going to give away a free year of lawn care, think about how many times that post gets shared. Even if it's not your ideal client, when they share that, well, they've got how many people do you even know on your look of friends on Facebook? So they've got, it's sprinkling out upon the ideal client. It's a shotgun blast approach. It's not focused, but it's just it's more of a noise creator than it is anything. I just want more people to be talking about us and have something that more people can share.
And then they gotta like enter their email in, and like everybody that gets in there gets a free lawn care, or is it like you pick the top 10 or?
No, it's one person.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you're doing this big giveaway because one person's going to win.
Oh, got it. Love that.
Wow, damn, you're making this
I'm
out.
like, dude, that's a lot of lawns.
I'm not trying to go broke here, Oliver.
I was thinking, wow, that's a lot of lawns.
Yeah. Just one, but it's just about the noise that doing that one. Like these posts get shared like hundreds of times, and each share is each person's got thousands of friends or hundreds of friends.
Love that. And then you pick one person out of it. Okay, that makes sense.
Yep.
Love that. Okay. Yeah, so that's not really attracting the wrong, because it's more of like a raffle.
Yeah, it's like a big raffle. People get excited about it. Hey, Scooters Lawn Care does this every year. And then we do like some other giveaways. Like I said, I want to give away $200 or $300 worth of stuff to incentivize more names to come in the door every month. So, it could be anything from something landscaping, maintenance, whatever, just trying to drive more traction. It's all about names. I just want a large volume of names. So when we go and do what we said the other day, when we go and email our list and we have 50 responses on just aeration and overseeding. So now we have the subcontracting idea. Have that big, strong list, and say I get 10 people say we want a pool, or no, say we get 20 people say we want a pool, and we sign 10 of them, $600,000 email.
Yeah. Well, you got 10 like 10 pools at 60 grand a piece. And
Yep.
And that's probably just, you think that sounds like it might just be the pool. That doesn't even sound like the
That's probably not the whole deal. It's probably, by the time it gets said and done, it could be like, we've got one, the one of the pool companies we've connected with, we've already got one project, like kind of spooling up with them. The pool was 80. Our landscaping was like 70 or 80, and probably not even including other stuff that's going to have to get done because of so much stuff happening. So, if you start looking at it like that, it could be $1 million. It could be anything.
That could have a massive impact on your business. And honestly, it's not going to have a massive impact on the time, because it's not going to be your manpower and your labor. Mm-hmm. It's pretty much going to be going straight to the bottom line.